Hey everyone, this is Kathy, and the last video I made was my views on the Ultimate Warrior biography that was shown in late May on the A&E network, and so you'll find that on this channel as well. And I'm very grateful to all of the people who have watched that. I'm close to 900 views on that. That's pretty incredible that it even reached, I think, close to 100 in a week. What does that tell you? That whether you liked it or not, or liked him or not, it's still pretty relevant. And people are talking about it. So we're talking about him, even though he's been gone now for 7 years. So thank you to all of those. And if you left comments, I read them all. And if there were a few that were negative, that's okay. People always want to have a say, whether or not they're into what you're saying or not. It's just how people are. But anyway, so moving on. So why I'm on today is I wanted to talk a little bit about energy healing and why I feel that it's such a necessary thing for those of us who are spiritual. I realize it may not be for everyone. Maybe financially it could be a challenge for you to see someone on a regular basis, but there are other alternatives. And perhaps a lot of you have heard of Reiki and other ways of doing things. But I actually have seen a woman who is a gifted intuitive, and she also has some psychic abilities. And I've seen her 3 times now. And I just saw her a few weeks ago. And even though I did have some medical issues that were addressed and taken care of, I still have a lot of unresolved trauma in my solar plexus. And it is nothing medical, and it is nothing dietary. So then you go alternative routes, right? And you seek out other holistic ways of healing. And so I'm very blessed that I have a center that I can go to that is not that far from me. And so I sought out the care of someone. And so we have formed a relationship, but it took a little bit of trust and time. And there have been different things that she's recommended to me personally. And one of them is working with crystals, which I do. And I ordered a pack of Selenite sticks that I don't have one with me, but I place them around my home and under my pillow when I sleep. But most recently, she mentioned through my guides and angels to get a palm selenite crystal. And here it is, if you can see it, so it fits in the palm of your hand. And so I've been working with this. And I will sage it with my sage and my incense, and then I will place it on the areas of my body that need it, that need that extra energy healing, and I'll do that like at night. But there really wasn't a time of day, but just to use it, under your pillow when you're sleeping. And another thing that she brought to my attention was divine feminine energy, which I blogged about this past week on my blog Spirit Belief. And she mentioned a card deck. And I know I've talked about a few of them on here, but I'm going to show you this card deck that I did recently purchase. Whoops, if some of you are familiar with Kuan Yin outside. So it's called Kuan Yin Oracle. And she was an ancient goddess of Chinese mythology. And she is a goddess of love and compassion and mercy and those things that we need, kind of like Mother Mary, if you identify with her, which I do. And this is one of the cards that I've drawn twice when I did a spread. So this is called the Book of Changes. You can see that there. And another one I drew twice was this, Many Hands of the Goddess. Okay, so you see that? And those are just a couple. But the artwork is beautiful, and the deck is by Alana Fairchild. Very specific, Alana Fairchild. And you can look up her work. The deck's on Amazon. And so I've been using that, and I can really feel that energy. And again, it's different for all of us. It will be different for you as well. But I know that I lack this as far as other women in my life. And so I have it on my own, but it's nice to have it reciprocated. Like, you know, I'm in a book club, and I do have that with some other women. But I was talking more about, you know, like birth family and that. So I'm tapping into that energy. But I'm going to read a little bit really quick from that Book of Changes, so you can see that if any of you are familiar with this deck at all. And she has a mantra, Om Shanti, which means peace. And then there's another one about the lotus flower. That's Om Mani Padme Hum. And so that is another one that comes to mind. Can't even find it, and I'm looking. I got the number right here. Okay, here it is. So the Book of Changes looks like this. You can see the text there in the book. So for each one, it gives you what the card means and a prayer. And I'm just going to read a little bit here for you. And it gives you an exercise to do to work with Kuan Yin. Just like a beautiful but unusual melody, the divine plan is unfolding through your life. Although it isn't always predictable, Kuan Yin is guiding you in the right direction. Even if you do not fully understand what is happening in your life right now, allow Kuan Yin to bless you with trust in the unfoldment of your own divine path. The Book of Changes is always at play, helping us find our way. You are just taking a smarter route to your destination. So I thought that was beautiful, and here's the card once more. You can see that. So I'm finding a lot of great inspiration in that deck. And here it is once again. Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild. So if you feel so compelled, here's my Selenite crystal again. Look that up. And you can find me at spiritbelief.com, mywarriorwritings.com, where I write 2 international blogs. There goes the airplane. And the Spirit and Belief one is obviously more spiritual, but my Warrior Writings is influential with the Ultimate Warrior, who, for those of you who don't know, he was a former professional wrestler who passed away, and I have a spiritual relationship with him. And I have for a very long time. So I write my stories and my thoughts and dreams and things like that there. I also have my book out there called Spirit and Belief, and you can find that as well. It's every real retailer, mostly Amazon. But yeah, you can connect with me here. I'm on some Ultimate Warrior Facebook groups. I'm on Twitter. I have Pinterest as well. So again, thank you all for checking in, and whatever you need to do to keep yourself healthy, whatever works for you, do it. I'm just choosing a more holistic approach, and I know I have a lot going on in there. She says it's like a washcloth that needs to be wrung out, and negative emotions that I'm carrying. One of them's grief, one of them's guilt, and it's a lot of stuff. Could even be past life things. Okay, so I'm working on that, and I'm getting better. But like I said, I did have some medical concerns if you watch a couple of my other previous videos. But I'm on a better road now, and I love that I'm working with her. And I'm listening to my guides, and I'm working with my angels. So that's my wish for all of you. It's follow your own intuition, like I always say. Bust through those myths, and just listen to the guidance you receive. However you receive it, whatever path you go. It may not be for everybody, but it's your path. And it's the one that you need to take. So until next time, have a great day, everybody. And I'll talk to you soon. Om Shanti. Peace.